Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter game every single time and give you my honest thoughts on how it's being ran. And today I'm very excited to be checking out Fallen Lands 2nd Edition, the Big Box and Descendants expansion. A massive wasteland world awaits. Lead a faction to primacy in the story-driven sandbox adventure game for 1 to 6 players. And I gotta start off by saying I have some bias here. I absolutely love the original Fallen Land. I slapped a Bauer's Best on it. It's how much I liked it. It's one of those games that's going to be in my collection probably forever. Not necessarily because I'm able to get it to the table as much as I'd like, because I absolutely cannot. It's such a big, beefy, meaty game, but because I know that there is such an amazingly epic, fun experience every time I do dip my toes into that box that could potentially be had there. And it's like an experience. It's not just a game, it's an experience. I put it up there with like Twilight Imperium and Xia Legends of a Drift System and like, you know, large player count games of social deduction like Werewolf and stuff like that as just games that just, they give you a really unique experience. So I know it's going to stay on my shelf. I'm excited to see what's in the new edition here, and so are other people. Already funded almost, and it's the first day, and I like this. They put the 8.3 on BGG, because that's an impressive number to get on BGG. BGG is full of very cynical people, very critical people. I'm one of them. So 8.3 rated. That's spectacular. Also, I will say, take that with a teeny grain of salt, because it's much easier when you're a game like this to get a higher rating if you make a great game. Because, take a gateway game, for example. A gateway game, everybody can play Machi Koro. But people who probably shouldn't be playing, like the people who don't like Machi Koro, are going to play it and be like, oh, this is so boring and generic and blah, blah, blah. They're going to give it like a 5, and then it's going to drag down the rating. Whereas a game like Fallen Land, where it's like, alright, if we're playing a 4-player game, we're looking at 4 hours we have to carve out. You know, it gets played a lot less by those people who might not like the game, but the people who are interested in the game are obviously playing and saying, oh wow, this is what I wanted, hence the 8.3 rating. So I'm very excited to check this video out.
Fallen Dominion Studios has returned to Kickstarter with an epic new version, Fallen Lands 2nd Edition. It all began many years ago, when the U.S. home front, once prosperous, became just a distant shadow of its former self. And then terrorists were able to stage the first successful massive attack on U.S. soil since 9/11, as the U.S. retaliated with a massive barrage of cyber attacks and EMP strikes. These attacks were reciprocated and escalated exponentially, plunging the entire world into darkness.
Wow! Wow! Love it! Love it! Love it! This is not sci-fi. This is not fantasy. You're not going to be rubbing elbows with fairies or high-fiving aliens. No, this is the real world, and this is what we think would happen if things went down hard. I love that. They very quickly established the theme in the first 30 seconds, and now they can get into the gameplay and why you should potentially be backing. I thought that was very well done.
Starter campaign. In this campaign, Fallen Dominion Studios is bringing you the 2nd edition of the award-winning game.
So as someone who likes meaty, epic experiences, I immediately look here, I see different dice, I see big player boards. I love anytime I see big, chunky player boards with, you know, double-sided most likely, I get excited. Look at all the different cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different decks of cards. Lots of cool stuff going here. It immediately draws your attention. I like how this is laid so far.
Game, Fallen Land, and also the 3rd expansion, Fallen Land Descendants, which brings all new factions. The 2nd edition includes several notable upgrades, including 2 of the previous expansions, a Journey into Darkness and Outriders Trading Post, a bigger box to contain all of the expansions and additional feature content, 3 organizer trays.
Ooh, go back! Go back! That's hot! That's hot! Take notes. Everyone needs to do this. Every $140, $150 massive minis game needs to do this and say, this is how much shelf space you're going to clear. Maybe they don't want to do that because they don't want people really thinking about it, but this, as a gamer, I totally appreciate this. One thing that I would even recommend doing is maybe in some of the other slots, figuring out what the approximate size of other popular board games are and putting them in there. You know, maybe like this one over here would be like Dominion size boxes. Then over here, maybe you got, you know, not Machi Koro, but, you know, specific size boxes. So you could even get more of a feel for it. But I love that shot right there.
3 organizer trays, a map
nice.
That includes international destinations.
Yes, as someone who really enjoys the game, loves seeing organizer trays because there are so many tokens. Oh, tokens for days.
Canada and Mexico.
Woo! Mexico and Canada! That's awesome, because not only does that just opens thematically the world so much as well, dipping into different countries with different cultures and different histories potentially. There is no end to the potential possibilities you could see in cards dipping into different countries, and I love that. I think that is, highlight that. That's great.
And a revised rule set. Fallen Land Descendants takes place a generation after the core set, replacing the factions in the core game with all new factions that...
Okay, I like how they did that there. It kind of, So I'm going to make a bold stab in the dark and say that this one is going to have some more futuristic, more sci-fi or more out there sort of things, because they're going into the future. They say this is a generation later, which means now we can be talking about potentially laser technology and all sorts of different stuff like that, because the heart of this game really is that you're going to be reading these cards, and these cards are going to go having you do all sorts of crazy different things on an epic adventure as you try to win the game. And dipping into the future into different countries, I love it. Love it.
That show how each group has evolved over the course of a generation. Fallen Land 2nd Edition is a game for 1 to 6 players, ages 14 plus, and takes about an hour to play per player. In Fallen Land, each player takes on the role of a leader from a group of survivors.
The 3D generated thing, I don't know if it was just me, but it looked a little bit blurry. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. You can tell it's 3D anime, that's all.
A leader from a group of survivors banding together to make their way through the American apocalypse, vying for supremacy over the Fallen Land.
Lead a faction of survivors to victory in this story-driven sandbox adventure game. A massive post-apocalyptic world awaits.
Very cool, very cool. So with the 2nd edition, here are the things that I'm always curious about. Does it do enough to convince me that I need to get rid of my old edition and get this new edition? For me personally, I think you could say it's got the 2 expansions, one of which is the solo expansion, so that's a big deal. And it's got the new board, which by itself gets me excited. And you have new factions, token holders, and I'd say yes. They checked the boxes that they needed to check there. Story, disclaimer, in no way does this game relate to current events. The story, name, characters, and incidents portrayed in this game are fictitious. 2 created, 98 back. That looks good. You look like a member of the community. Love it. Beefy, lengthy. 3 people working on it. What's up, Sean? Love seeing that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Because running one of these is stressful. And look at that. Look at that. Yours is going to get stressful real soon. And I'm happy for you. Enjoy that stress. Because very cool. Are you new to Fallen Land? Can you survive the aftermath of a nuclear and biological apocalypse? You are the leader of a faction. Is that a spot over? Yeah, it looks like a spot over. The leader of a faction of survivors competing against others for primacy. I'm not so familiar with that word. Is it primacy or primacy? Assemble and equip your party, then set out to explore the wastes, claim resources, and actualize your agenda. Build and manage your town to protect your citizens and resources. Make and break treaties to navigate your way through the minefield of bribery, betrayal, and hubris of the other players. Fallen Land is set in the... you distracted me, squirrel. Yeah, cool. Theme stuff, I love it when boxes spin. Gameplay overview is a massive thematic. Is that the same thing? Are we doing 2? A massive, as a player, you are the leader of a unique faction of survivors. That feels a bit redundant there. Going from a description, spinning box, to an expression. Or maybe, I don't know. Could just be me. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Each turn, players will now only build and grow their towns, sell items among players, but they also have 4 weeks to spend on their party needs. So one thing I want is... I want the price. I want the price somewhere in here. I'm curious. I want to know. Hopefully it doesn't go too much further without hitting me with the price. Because, I love hearing about all this, but give me that first number. Just give me the number first. Move and explore. Perform. Oh, dude, this looks nice. Very nice. Oh, it's just spinning. It's spinning. It's like that's great. I like that. That looks good. Perform movement and actions. Roll the d6. Capture resources. Great, going into all the different gameplay, how it works, download the game rules. Very, very cool. Is it supposed to do that? I don't know. I don't know why I'm down. Oh, this is the 2nd edition. Yeah, I'm interested. Let's see. I don't remember liking or disliking the rules for the game, which means that they probably were pretty good. Because if I remember... Oh, yeah, look at there. So we got that. I like that. This is thematic text. Yeah, look at all that. Look at that. We're talking about the components. Oh, it's jagging my computer. My computer won't go. All right, pictures, illustrations, examples, arrows. I love it. I love arrows. Looks good. Like I said, I don't remember having any issues with the rule booklet, so I don't think it was too bad. In the boxes, Fallen Land 2nd Edition, big box. Price me already. Just give me the price. I want to go back and I want to look at that, but I still want to look at the price. All right, well, look at all this. But I hate when I have to get the Kickstarter. I don't want to go over here and look. I like to know in the flow. I like to make it feel natural. All right, the Fallen Land 2nd Edition Big Box Core Set includes first 2 expansions, remastered. Ooh, remastered. Interesting. A Journey into Darkness and the Outriders Trading Post. All right, so it's going to add solo and more stuff. And then this will fit inside the core box. Excellent, excellent. Thank you for letting me know that. Game box, rule cards, new faction, town playmats, 10 faction, 10 town technology, organizer lids with trays, new chips, deck dividers. Ooh, deck dividers, very nice. Character cards, new spoil cards, new action cards. Very nice. Looks good. And then the town event cards, which is all this crazy stuff. Solo variant number 3, great. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And I definitely think this is one where you want to make a big emphasis on that solo, because this is a really cool solo game. And I think if people don't know about it, they should. 2nd Edition versus the 1st Edition. 757 cards! 757 cards! That's insane! That's so many cards! Every single time a different adventure. Love it. The Canada and the Mexico, I like that. Adding more territory, US only, cardboard, 3 plastic trays, updated rules. The version 1 rule set. As a small indie, just hit me with the price, John. I want the price. There we go. Here we go. So this is the expansion, $39. Ooh, I like the pop-through paper thing. It looks cool. Maybe a bit bigger. Maybe a bit bigger. I don't know. The 2nd Edition big box, $89. All right. So that's the whale, right? No. This is that's the neoprene mat. Okay. 2nd Edition big box. This is the whale. This gives you everything you want. And the Descendants? No, it doesn't come with the Descendants. Core set and Descendants. Wait, which one is this? This is 118. This is the all-in. Wait, is this the 2nd edition or is the 1st edition? Okay. I'm going to restart. Okay. A little confusing. Just want the expansion. So I have the original base game. I just want the new expansion. Cool. I'm cool with that. $39 out the door. Fallen Lands, 2nd edition, big box. This is the big game, right? Like, this is the big one. The Journey contents, and it comes with the expansion. Core sets, and Descendants, which I believe is the whale. This is what you want. No, this is not the whale because it doesn't have the neoprene mat. But this is what you want if you just want everything gameplay. This is all the extras, I do believe. With the neoprene mat. No, it doesn't come with the expansion. So this one... No, this one comes with the expansions. Okay. So that's the big one with the neoprene mat. And this is the one that's probably going to get the most. The core sets and Descendants. That's my prediction. Top one... access to Pledge Manager and add-ons, 17 backers. Cool. Devs. $39. Oh, wow. That's the expansion. 58 backers, so you got those original 58 people. Not hoping to make that $120 commitment. Then you got the big one. I believe this is the one. No, that's not the one. The 89, that's the 2nd edition, and that's, 6 backers. Didn't think many people would be there, because if you're gonna go into a deep, meaty, epic experience, do you want to go 88% of the way into that? No, you want to go 100, and that's why, $90, then the all-in pledge. Oh, yeah, so this is with the $118. How do I feel about that price? For me personally, I don't feel bad about that price. But if I'm looking at this from the outsider perspective, maybe I do. But then again, I don't think a lot of people realize how heavy this box is. Like, it's a pretty hefty box, and I imagine with all the expansions, it's even heavier. It's just when you see a game that's not a minis game, and it's that expensive, it, like, raises your eyes. But there's a lot of cardboard here, and there's a lot of cards in here. So the 175, that one's probably going to be the big one. 141. Yep, that's what I was expecting that, because I think people are going to want the neoprene mat. I mean, neoprene mat's spectacular. And then increases player by 40%, which is great if you have the table. And then Hero of Fallen, this is the, what's it called? The people who run stores. Chairman of the 10 Towns. Oh, what is this? One custom character designed by you. Ooh, be in the game. Yep. I think that one will eventually get everything taken out of it, undoubtedly, because if you played this game, you know just there's a lot of unique things that happen. The cards are just filled to the brim with ideas and events that happen with people and interesting experiences, and you'll play it, and you'll be playing it again maybe a year later, and you'll be like, oh, you remember when we ran into that one person and this thing happened? It has those sort of cards, like very memorable things potentially in there, and the idea that you could be one of those memorable cards for tens of thousands, hopefully one day hundreds of thousands of people who play this game, maybe millions one day, who knows? The board game hobby continues to grow. That's really cool. And so I think that one will probably get taken. So what is this? Chairman of the 10... Wow, that is really kind of cool. Chairman of the 10 Towns. You will be immortalized and honored at the highest level of our studio after working with us to create a new character, One Plain/Mountain says. Oh, so you're going to work with them to actually create your own cards and create your own character, whereas the other one is just the card. So wow, you could... That's really cool. Custom will be performed with the support of Fallen Dominion Studios in order to assurance thematic continuity and game balance. Excellent, excellent. I'm very glad you made the effort to, because some people, we've all seen the games where it's like, that's totally done by a Kickstarter bagger. And I'm glad that you're like, we've got creative control here, okay? This isn't like 1990s WCW. We're still running the show. So very cool. And I wonder if maybe you can even potentially have your character connect with an event out on the road or something like that if you have this character. Something like that. See, that right there, that appeals to me. That's very, very cool. Let's see what the price is. What is it? What was it? I scrolled right past it. $2,000. That's a big ask. That's a big ask, but here's the thing. If this thing hits that $100,000 and keeps creeping up, that pledge level gets more appealing because it's like, wow, this is going to be a pretty popular game. I could be in this game. I could bust this game out on game night and be like, oh yeah, can I have my character? Like that's, and if you have that sort of money, I mean, that's really cool. That's really cool. And the fact that they're putting there in there, I love that. I love that. A lot of times I don't like it. A lot of times it's like, it makes a game feel odd. But with the theme of this being such a realistic theme, putting someone's face into the game can be done kind of seamlessly, which I do like. Daily reveals. Cool. So this is the plan to keep people actively engaged. Love it. Financial stretch goals. 2 trays with lid added, 5 town deck cards. I would make those bigger. I'd make those totally bigger. Like I can't see what they are, and it might also be because of the black backdrop. But now that you're about to hit your stretch goals, and where's the okay? So I would totally, I might redo that. Like that one, like the number's really small, and the pictures of what you're getting are really small as well. Which is odd. Like, it's almost like you're more focused on the background as opposed to what's on the foreground. But yeah, I would bump those up now. Like, now that you start hitting them, start flaunting them, start saying, oh yeah, we're going to start loading this box up even more. I want to know about the shipping, though. Did that mention the shipping anywhere? I've not seen anything about the shipping. Hopefully we get to that as soon as well. Because I got my wallet out, but before I put my wallet away, I want to know the shipping. Because sometimes they'll do this part, then they'll just keep talking and talking and talking with videos and all that stuff, and then they pop the shipping on the bottom. I hope they don't do that. And yes, I cursed there on accident. Stitch neoprene mat. Now, $60 sounds like a lot for a mat, but I have a feeling that this mat is absolutely massive, and I'm glad they put the dimensions there. Maybe they could put like something for scale on top of it. I don't know. But that mat looks really cool. Like, I love the game, so I'm geeking out a little bit. 2 sets of skill dice. Yeah. You know what? It would be kind of nice so you don't have to pass them around all the time. A Journey into Darkness expansion, especially if you get this giant mat and you're gonna be positioned all around the table. I just want to play the game again. Outriders Trading Post expansion. So these are the add-ons. So maybe you just wanted the expansion with the expansion. Whatever. Sleeper boxes, Fallen Land upgrade kit. This product is only available on. Oh, so this is going to upgrade your first edition to the second edition. I don't like the choice to not mention that until right now. Because as someone who has the first edition, maybe I don't want to bluff down $100, but if I can turn mine into essentially the second edition, and then maybe in the future I can get that Descendants expansion, I really like that. So I would totally mention this a little bit earlier, that yeah, you can, and if you're not looking to spend the money, you can upgrade as well. Oh, and guess, the shipping! Second edition of All In, $29. Dang, that sounds expensive. 10-pound box, yeah, I like here. Like, I'm like, $29, that's a lot of money. But 10-pound box is, man, $29. How big is that? I'm trying to think of the box. Because I'm going to guess what they're running into is that the box is now probably too big to put into a medium rate, flat rate box. And so they have to go with a large rate, flat rate box potentially, but I don't even think that's $29. That's kind of interesting, because I'd be very interested to know how they're shipping this out. Oh yeah, let's do so. This is what we do on this large flat rate shipping box, the USPS one. Yeah, $18.30. Now I wonder if that's going to be big enough though. Oh, I clicked on the wrong link. Yeah, that's shipping. The shipping does seem high. Shipping seems high. Like, I'm friends with John, but you know, it's still now if it doesn't fit inside that box, I understand that. I understand that completely. But if it would fit inside that box, I'm wondering. Oh, well, because if the shipping, man, and the shipping's gonna be hard to do on something like this as well, because the size of the different things are very, very different, you know? Like, if I'm just getting the expansion, you know, or if I'm just getting the second edition big box as opposed to not getting the neoprene mat and the other stuff, if I'm just getting that, so yeah. I don't know. I almost wonder if you could do, like, a la carte shipping or second edition, or all in. Okay, so that's if you get... Okay, I just need to read. So that's if you get the big one. Yeah, I don't know how much it costs to ship tubes, so honestly, you're out of your element, Donnie. I don't know how much it costs to ship neoprene matte tubes. But it does seem expensive. But it is a big box. I don't know. Keep going. So that's going to raise your price up to... What do we got to? So if you get everything, you're getting everything, that's $175. You're looking at about a $210 game. That's pretty pricey. We will charge shipping after the Kickstarter includes. Based on the actual shipping costs, we will collect via backer kit after the campaigns. This is so we can be fair to all our backers, as shipping is rarely one size fits all. Yeah, exactly. This should give you more stretch goodies and potentially a chance of carrier options. Okay. Whew. This I did not like. That I like. I like that. They say, okay, so this is what we think it's going to be, but depending on what happens, it might potentially be cheaper. We will provide a shipping subsidy as part of our backer pledge. We'll reduce the actual cost of shipping passed on to you, the backer. Okay, so I like this. They pretty much took the stance of, yeah, we know the shipping sucks. We're going to try and get it down, and we're going to be working with you to get this. And I like that. I like that a lot. I almost wish like something like that. I almost wish like this part was just, bam, slap right in there. And with a big, hey, check this out. I know you're shocked at the $29, but hey, check it out. There's a lot of this big stuff, and we're going to be trying to working together. I don't know why I'm talking like Bill Cosby, but we're going to try and get it taken care of. Okay. Reviews. Fallen Land, there's me! Fallen Land, a Post Apocalyptic Board Game is what I want from a board game. Slapper Power is best deal on it. It has been in production for 10 years, and it shows! Yes! And I'm going to update that card now. Make it look good. I'm going to do that after this. I am just blown away by this game. I cannot recommend this any higher. As far as post-apocalyptic games, this is the benchmark in my eyes. Wow, Rob with a nice quote there. One of my favorite games of 2017. We gave it our full beard award. Great group of guys, great company. I love it. These are what quotes should look like. I did quotes on Tinner's Trail yesterday, and the quotes, I was unimpressed with some of the quotes. These quotes, they are great, meaty quotes. This is a lot of fun. We have some really great characters. We completed our first mission. This was a lot of fun up there. We are driving around in our new ambulance. Ha! It's really awesome. That's such a weird quote, but I like it. Quotes from our fan community. Deep, engaging, and tons of fun. Love it. More. Game companion. Whoa. Why? I feel like that should be mentioned higher. That you have an app. That's really cool. Timeline. Monthly schedule. Good. Release. October release. This seems reasonable. We're talking about an Eastern release. John, looking nice. Sean, Bill, you got a team. Looks good. Okay. Tons of people. Risk and challenges. Like it. No updates, but obviously this is the first day. That is kind of to be expected. Even though totally we get on there and just post something because you just funded in the time I shot this video. Congrats. And hopefully onward to upwards and bigger, better things, which I think they probably can do. I think they can maintain this momentum with those daily things and the stretch goals. Way to go, guys and gals. Now let's start seeing some stretch goals. I agree, Christian. Bump them up higher. Bump those bad boys up higher. Get people more excited. Been waiting on this. Almost brought the first edition 6 months ago, but decided to wait. Awesome. On the ball. I see a lot of you responding. Good stuff. I don't see any canceled pledges, which means the shipping. People aren't caring about the shipping. It might just be me because I'm a real cheap son of a gun, as my wife would say, in a much neater way. Lots of you responding. Looks good. Overall, I'm impressed. Now, normally I rate this 0 for keep clicking onwards. 1, back it for $1, check back in the last 48 hours, or 2, back it for the whale. But with this game, it's one of my favorite games of all time. I still think it's in my top 10 or 15 favorite games of all time. It's such a unique, incredible experience. So I would say 2. If anything about this game appeals to you, check it out. I don't think you will regret it. It's a really great post-apocalyptic game. It is Fallen Land, a post-apocalyptic board game. And I hope that this is the Kickstarter that really puts them on the map, because I know they got a lot of other really cool ideas as well. But if you enjoy what I'm doing, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. Also, consider supporting the Patreon down below, as currently I'm panhandling in my basement. And in the comments below, let me know, do you have any other meaty, unique experience type games that I didn't mention that I need to check out? Because I love when a game, maybe it takes a really long time, but it gives you just a crazy, unique experience. Those are games that I absolutely adore. So let me know any of those in the comments below. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.